best way to get started is to just get started. Spent the last 30 or 40 minutes fully prepped, ready to make this video, and it took me that long to just, how do I start? How do I begin? And the way to get started is just to get started. Vlogmas Day 3, December 3rd, 2022. Thank you for being here. Thanks for showing up again. Whether you're watching this the day it came out or who knows how many years in the future, I hope there's love where you are. That's become a credo, sometimes completely misunderstood. Started signing off or signing a lot of letters that way. A lot on my blog and a lot of the podcasts and the things that I just put out, the stories that I tell. Even the shows that I do, I will end with, I hope there's love with you are. Someone wrote me a song, created a song on that credo. And unbelievably, someone I care deeply about misunderstood it. Thought it was a bad thing instead of a good thing. Here's a story I might not ever tell, except I just told part of it. The soul of a man is infinite in what it covets. I have been guilty of wanting too much. I have been guilty of not wanting things badly enough. I am vast and I contain multitudes. I wanted to read something to you, words that have meant a lot to me. There's a song that came out from my favorite band, Marillion, 2018, somewhere in that vicinity. Before that, it had to be like 16 or 17. They take a long time in putting out their material because they take a long time in creating it, as it should be, really. Some things are delivered to you from the vast unknown, completely whole cloth. Here, take this. This is what you should use. And sometimes you really have to dig for it. The silver is not always just laying on the ground. Anyway, this is poetry, a song called The Leavers. There are those of us who put down roots and stay in one place, and there are those of us that leave. This is about us. We are the leavers, and the road rolls beneath us. We sleep as we're driven, and we arrive before dawn. We wait in gray truck stops for the night to release us, and then we slip in from ring roads, and our work starts again. Unloading our cargo, the thrills of the night, our boxes of noises, our boxes of light. We are parties that travel, movies that move, jokes that span fields and conversations that chatter from one town to another, laughter that passes, thoughts on the wind. We will make a show, and then we'll go. We are the leavers. Bottles that empty from Dover to Calais, from Paris to Hamburg, Strasbourg to Stockholm, on buses that rumble from Newport to New York. We nod off in London or Lisbon or Lima. We wake up in Munich. We wake up in music. We are the leavers. Be careful. We'll leave you. The remainers remain in their homely places, go home, wash their faces, and lay down their heads, as the leavers take with them their lonely craziness, our fast-moving laughter, our fast-moving beds. And our hearts slowly lose focus, like gypsies at fairs. We will meet someone new, somewhere else. We are the leavers, and the world turns beneath us. We are somewhere above you, vapor trails in the sky. Days and nights scrambled, hurtling to somewhere, from somewhere forgotten, somewhere forgotten. We are born out of recklessness, our thirst for the thrill. We are revelry's children. Life's too short to stand still. Our lives slowly unravel like wool pulled from sweaters. We'll knit something new somewhere else, so forget us. We are the leavers. You stay and we'll travel. You'll know where you are always, and we'll be vague in our jumble of days. We can never be sure, but be sure of one thing. When the thrills are all done, we'll be gone. The remainers can try to persuade us and tame us and train us and save us and keep us at home as we try to fit in with the family life, the mind-numbing come-down, the trouble and strife, and all the misunderstandings, the defensive attacks, the walls that we don't dare relax. And the hurt in your eyes, I know you know that I pray for the phone call that takes me away. We won't be much use to you dead. The remainers are leaving their homely places with excited faces, drawn to the night, preparing their minds for a break from the sensible life, as the leavers bring with them their noise and light, their wild wondered cure-all, our crazy religion, and one sacred ritual, unmasked and undressed. We all come together, and we're all one tonight. We come together. We come together. There are scars in our eyes from 1,000 goodbyes. That was great. You can write, but I won't reply. I won't reply. It is funny. I have been listening to and absorbing and feeling all the feels for that particular band since around 1984. And it is amazing to me how their music evolves to fit what my life needs at any given time. In this season of solitude, I realize I have left behind so much because, at least to me, what matters the most is the here and the now and the next show, the next performance, the next available time to open my heart and put it out in front of people, to wear it right there on my sleeve, put it under the lights so everyone can pick it apart. And when they have finished, I go home empty to regrow and start again tomorrow. Happy Vlogmas, everybody. Today's card, and I promise, you are going to get to see the house. You're going to get to see the condo, the space that I live in, the surrounding areas, the beauty of Colorado, the things that I've been exploring. May do a couple of these live. In fact, we may put up the live camera and just answer any questions that come my way. These are things I want to do, things I hope to do, and sooner rather than later. If you have questions, if you have things specifically you'd like to see, put them in the comments. I'd really love to hear from you. My interaction back and forth generally happens over writing notes here and there. And I will write back, at least for a little while. Today's tarot card is the Magician. Something I thought once upon a time that I really identified with, and I guess in some ways that I still do. These days I feel a lot of power coming from other cards as well. This is the pulp version of the Magician. I'm going to read this one. Well, you know what? Before I read this one, I'm going to tell you what I see, what I believe. Maybe I won't even read it. But here's a man smartly dressed in his white tail or white tie and tuxedo. He has got the infinity sign behind him on the wall, depicting his infinite power, control over all of that he sees. He has surrounding him the 4 suits of the minor arcana, the cup, the wand, the pentacle, the sword. And he is a master of all of these things. He holds in his left hand his own particular wand of power, the thing that directs and conducts the other items about him. One hand points to the heavens and one hand points to the earth, and he stands in the middle, balancing the two between them, feeling the connection, providing the connection between the infinite and the now. The magician stands in what appears to be a ball or a bowl or a land of flames. So perhaps he stands at the cusp of hell and protects those, prevents those from wandering in accidentally. He is in control of his own atmosphere around and everything that surrounds him. He has one gloved hand, it appears to me, and he has one bare hand. Above his head, a crest of flowers, a garden, creativity blooming out of his own brain. And he is spreading it out freely to the world around about him. Can you feel his heart? Is he the master? Is he the one in control of his own life, making his own path, forging forward on the things that he desires? Or is he just a guy in a nice suit, lying to your face, manipulating you, cheap hustler, doing simple tricks? Or maybe he is all of these things, all combined into one, the magician. What do you have control over? What, if anything, do you have control over? Or do we simply stumble along, trying to master, trying to respect the tools that are put into our hands, the gift that is put into our bodies, the gift of speech, the art that forms out of our own hands, the love that we are gifted, whether it's near or far? My dearest friend, the one that I can tell anything to, my soul friend, lives quite far away. I know that I can bring to her any problems that I have, and yet I find myself coveting the misery that some of those problems bring because I am not yet brave enough to share them. She is a comfort. She is a friend. She is an inspiration. And she has her life in her homely place, and I have my life in my homely place. My journey has brought me here, and where I once went city to city, to city, to town, to state, to different countries all over the world to ply my little craft, the world has brought me here where I have people who travel to see me. But at the end of the day, I still leave. They go back to their homes, they go back to their states, they go back to their countries. And I'm here, and in my heart, I have left them behind. I gave them all that I had on that particular time. I poured it all out and I held nothing back. And then I come here to this honeycomb at the top of the world, and I regrow it. And she, unselfishly, gives me the space to make that happen. And I allow myself to give her the space that she wants, though it's tough. My children live far away. Some of them don't speak to me. My grandchildren live far away. Some of them don't speak yet. They're beautiful. All of my children, all of my grandchildren, they are beautiful, beautiful souls. They have their own talents, they have their own struggles, and they have their own lives. And I write, and sometimes they write back, but they are busy leading their lives, and I do not blame them for living their lives and taking care of themselves. I delight in the moments that they reach out, send me pictures, send me words. And I try hard not to ask too much. Season of solitude, I am happy here. I am happy in my own company. I am content. The only thing I am not content about is the art that I am creating. I want it to be better. I want it to reach deeper. I want to dig deeper within inside myself and put forward more than I have so far. There is love where I am because I am where I am. I'm going to show you around. I'm going to not particularly clean too much. Pick things up or move them around, because some of the life is chaos, and you probably would like to see that too, huh? I'll show you my workroom, I'll show you my theater, I'll show you my heart if you give me a chance. Hey, happy Vlogmas. Whatever you celebrate, whatever you don't celebrate, wherever your heart is right now, I hope there's love where you are, and I mean that in the best possible way. Peace.